Okay, we've got some breaking news for you on this story to tell you about this hour. The Democrats are planning to push forward with a virtual roll call to choose their presidential nominee. The chair of the Democratic National Convention says they will make their decision by August 7th, and voting can happen as soon as August 1st. So that is lightning fast speed. And Jamie Harrison, who is the chair, also says, "I want to assure you that we are committed to an open and fair nominating process." That is what he told reporters on a conference call a short time ago. Well, we'll continue that to follow that breaking news, but we want to look at how Kamala Harris might perform in a general election against Trump. So for that, we're joined once again by John Zogby. He is an American pollster and senior partner at John Zogby Strategy. You were here last week on the program, John, and you said Biden was the Democrats' best bet. How are you feeling about things today?
Well, Kamala Harris has come out of the starting gates pretty rapidly, and seems to be doing everything she can with a large cast of supporters to not simply sew up this nomination, but to generate some enthusiasm. And so what she brings right now is a record of accomplishment, the Biden administration, capacity to carry the message better than Joe Biden could. And most importantly, she not only takes the age issue out of the Democratic side of the race, but has the potential to talk about the age issue now in reverse, about Donald Trump and whether or not he has the capacity to lead.
So, I've heard some Republican strategists say it's not the person so much as the policies, and Kamala Harris is tied to Biden's policies, so that is what we are really going to push forward on. That's what we're going to really run Donald Trump, in contrast to Kamala Harris, on the Biden-Harris agenda and their policies that they'll put forward. What do you make of that?
And it doesn't sound like Kamala Harris is going to run away from those policies. From the Democratic point of view, and remember, this is a competitive election. It was last week, and it is today. A brand new poll out just in the last hour shows that she's behind 47 to 45. That same poll had Joe Biden behind 49 to 41. So she's doing better already. But the important thing is that she's not going to run away from those policies in terms of infrastructure, in terms of assistance during COVID, in terms of expanding health care under the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, in terms of a number of things. I think you may see a significant difference on the issue of Gaza. And she has already been a bit more critical of Israel and has actually praised, with reservations, the sentiments of the campus protesters. So there will be her stamp on this. But I think the biggest thing she may bring to the table, she's known as a tough prosecutor. Spent a lot of years in the DA's office, was the district attorney in San Francisco, was the attorney general in California. And she is a prosecutor, she says, running against a convicted felon. That's going to be a very interesting debate right there.
Okay, let's talk about key demographics, because as we have witnessed in the past, oftentimes these elections come down to a few key swing states. What are the demographics that Harris needs to reach in order to close the gap and potentially win those key swing states?
Well, for starters, the key swing states are the northern rim. Even if the Democrats cede the southern rim from Arizona and Nevada all the way to North Carolina, Democrats can win by one electoral vote if they win Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Those are highly ethnic states. But where Joe Biden was weak was among African Americans, which is kind of interesting. A Democratic candidate has to be able to count on about 90% of black voters, and Joe Biden at his best was polling about 63, 65%. So we're going to watch to see if Kamala can close that gap. Among young voters, Biden was underperforming. She may be able to, well, with younger voters, remembering about almost half of those 18 to 25 years of age are non-whites. They are black and Latino and Asian, and she is a black and Asian candidate who could try to build a bond there. It remains to be seen, but Biden was definitely losing with them. And then she needs women, particularly suburban women. And she was put in charge of the messaging on Roe v. Wade and about women's reproductive rights. And that's really an ace in the hole.
Right. Okay, John, well, we appreciate the analysis. Once again, that is pollster John Zogby.